SBR Forum's Punters is brought to you by Bookmaker.
Previewing week 2 of college football here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking with Jeff Grant right now, featured sports betting columnist for Bleacher Report. And Jeff, I asked you to take a look at Florida, Texas A&M. This, of course, is Texas A&M's first game in the SEC. It opened up around Pick'em, or Florida -1. Even now, it's A&M -2. They're running the same offense that they ran at Houston, high-powered offense, and they've got a very good and experienced offensive line returning to get that done. The defensive line is reportedly a major area of concern, though, for A&M. And Florida, you know, we really haven't seen what they've got. They had one game against Bowling Green where they were kind of a little bit absent-minded. I don't think we were able to get a good read on them for that game. What's your take on this game, A&M -2?
I think the line movement with A&M was solely based on the fact that ESPN announced that Texas A&M was going to host ESPN College Game Day at College Station. So that is worthy of a 1-point, 2-point move when both teams really have a 50-50 chance of winning this game. What I'm going to do is take a look at the total, Peter. And Pinnacle did a significant move from this of 53.5 to 51.5 right before taping, and I think that is the right move. I really like this one to go under the total.
That's interesting to me because, you know, Texas A&M, they're going to be playing an up-tempo offense, high-powered offense, just like they played at Houston. They have a mobile quarterback who can get it done, an experienced offensive line. Their questions are on defense. So I'm wondering, aren't we more likely to see an over here? That's my first impression.
You know, I was looking at this game. You have a lot of different factors. College football is very difficult to handicap nowadays with so much movement, not just with players, but now with coaches. And what I look at is, you pointed out that both teams really have an experienced offensive line, and that is the case. So I expect with the SEC opener for both teams, Texas A&M didn't get a chance to play last week. It was rained out. They were supposed to play Louisiana Tech. I expect both coaches to play it really close to the best in this game, rely on that offensive line, try to win with the running game, and that's why I'm going to pick the under. And also, I did a little research in Southeastern Conference games last year. When the spread was within a pick'em and 3, the under was 8-2 in those games, and one of those games went over due to overtime. So I got to go with the under here.
All right, well, before we move on to the next game, would you really consider A&M to be an SEC team right now? I mean, aren't they going to bring their style of play to the SEC, or you think they're going to come to the SEC and become a traditional strong defensive SEC team?
Well, Kevin Sumlin, of course, comes from Houston, Conference USA, a high-scoring conference. It's well known. He also had Case Keenum running that offense for, it seemed like, 10 years. He has Ryan Tannehill left the program, was picked in the first round of the Miami Dolphins. So even though that they're a high-tempo offense, they can score a lot of points, I'm just not sure in his season debut that he really wants to get things going with a first-year quarterback. And Will Muschamp on the other side for Florida made his name as a defensive coordinator at Auburn and Texas. So once again, I'm going to stick with the under. We'll have to have a little side wager on this one.
All right, yeah, I'm not going to convince you to the over. We'll see how it turns out, though. Great points, Jeff.